Let's go to see homework 7 for chapter 5, sections 5.1, 5.2, 5.3. This homework is pretty easy and straightforward, so I want to focus on a couple of questions. Let's go through number 1. For number 1, you simply have to substitute x by 6 and y by -2, and you evaluate the expression. Problem number 2 is exactly the same as problem number 1. You substitute z by -3. Problem number 3, you have to use the product rule to simplify the expression. Start with the coefficients first. Multiply 6 times -3 and then continue. One more time, your numbers are going to be different, not the same as mine. And then you have to use the product rule for problem number 4. And again you start with the coefficients and then you continue with b's and c's. And the same thing for problem number 5. Problem number 6, n raised to the power of 3, and this is going to be raised to the power of 7. So use the power rule to simplify the expression. You have to bring it in the form of n is equal to a specific power. Problem number 7, you use the power rule and then the quotient rule. Problem number 8, you have to simplify. For example, you have p raised to the power of 5 over p raised to the power of 3, so you have to write it down as p raised to the power of 2 and then continue with the q. And 9 is exactly the same as the previous problem, problem 8. Again, you have to simplify the expression, you have to follow the properties. Number 11, calculate what is 6 raised to the power of 0 plus 6 raised to the power of 2. For the specific one, you have to write it down as 1 plus 36, 37. So you have to give me the answer. Number 12, you simplify. Start with the x's first and then continue with the y's and z's. Number 13, you have to multiply first of all 3 times 2p minus 1, then you multiply 2 times p minus 1, and then you simplify. And you collect similar terms. Determine the degree of the polynomial. Be careful, it's x y to the third. So the degree of the polynomial is not 3, x y to the third. This is easy to figure out the degree of the polynomial. And then in this case you have to simplify similar terms. Number 17, you have to add the two expressions. Number 18 is the same. Number 19 almost the same, you subtract. And 20 you add. 21 you multiply, and again start by multiplying the coefficients first and then work with the powers. The same thing for number 22. For 23 you multiply -4a times a plus 2, multiply -4a times a, and then multiply -4a times 2. Use FOIL to multiply a plus 2 times a minus 3. Same thing for 25, same thing for 26, and same thing for 27. Or you can multiply vertically. Same thing for number 28. Use FOIL. Number 29, you have to use the property a plus b square. Don't forget, a plus b square in parentheses, the square is outside of the parentheses, is a square plus 2ab plus b square. Don't forget the middle term. And for 8y minus 4 raised to the third power, if you don't remember the properties, multiply 8y minus 4 with 8y minus 4, and then whatever you get you multiply again with 8y minus 4. So you don't have necessarily to remember every time the properties.